Hello guys, I'm the Retro Critic here, and today we're going to review Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Hey, imagine if you have the looks and body of Dolph Lundgren, and a little bit of the body strength of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a little bit of the badassery and personality of Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead movies, and especially imagine if you have the looks and personality of Johnny Bravo. Put that all together, combine that all together, and you get Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem is probably one of the most badass video game characters I actually ever seen in my life. Well, not really, because he's one of the most one-dimensional video game characters I've ever seen, because he's just really... he's just really a one-dimensional video game character who just shoots things and just has corny one-liners. But that's why we like it, because we love his corny one-liners and his fighting and his game style and his personality. Don't you? That's why we love him. That's why we all like him as a character. Oh, and also, Duke Nukem was voiced by John St. John. John St. John is actually known for an American voice actor, and he's also a singer and a comedian and a radio DJ host. I'm not kidding you, that's true. He's actually known for voicing, being a singer and voicing a lot of cartoon characters in video games. And I swear to God, but when John St. John voices Duke Nukem, he kills this role. He's amazing. Even though he's a comedian, he's a singer, and he's a voice actor, of course, he actually kills it when he voices Duke Nukem. He's actually amazing for Duke Nukem. No wonder John St. John is known for, voicing Duke Nukem, by the way. But first, let me explain where Duke Nukem came from in the history of Duke Nukem games. Duke Nukem was actually first known as, a first-person shooter, 2D animation arcade shooter game. And then later, when Duke Nukem went to the 3D era of 3D video games, Duke Nukem actually kind of ripped off Doom, if you think about it, in his later games. And why do I get this obvious feeling that the same creators of Duke Nukem also created Doom? I don't know, maybe the creators of Doom kind of helped or had the same graphics or maybe they just had the same style of graphics they helped develop. Maybe they had the same development they helped, or maybe maybe they're just the same development. I don't know. Oh yeah, and also, well, first of all, Duke Nukem actually was created by End Development, and a little later was created by 3D Realms Games. 3D Realms Games was for the PS1 and X64 of Duke Nukem games. But first of all, Duke Nukem was mainly created by End Development, one of the same creators who kind of did Doom, I think, or other games. Okay, I don't know what End Development is known for. I think they're known. All I know is I think they're known for making Duke Nukem games. End Development. But okay, I don't know what games End Development made, but still, they're known for making Duke Nukem games. So, and a little later on, with a little help of 3D Realms helped them kind of, create the graphics and the 3D platforming of his later 3D games. Duke Nukem during the N64 and PS1 era, you get Duke Nukem 3D, Duke Nukem 0 Hour, and Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which we're reviewing today, and Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, and Duke Nukem, and, well, of course, we get all these games just called Duke Nukem, let's just say. But mainly today, guys, we're going to review Duke Nukem Time to Kill, which I heard is actually one of the best, or probably one of the most mediocre in my mind, Duke Nukem games. So let's start reviewing Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Overall, guys, I actually heard Duke Nukem Time to Kill is actually one of the best Duke Nukem games in the franchise. It's mediocre at best when I played it. But still, there's bad ones, of course, but I heard this is actually one of the best in the franchise, I heard. But, this actually was the first 3D Duke Nukem A Time to Kill was actually Duke Nukem's first 3D first-person shooter, in the PS1 and N64. This is the first Duke Nukem, well, this is one of the first Duke Nukem games to go in the, 3D first-person shooter in the N64 and PS1, so this is one of the first PS1 Duke Nukem games, is what I'm saying. Well, yeah, this is one of Duke Nukem's first 3D game in the PS1, is what I'm saying. But yeah, overall, I'm going to replay. Well, it's been a while. I played this game since a kid, but we're gonna revisit this game from my childhood, and we're gonna review Duke Nukem A Time to Kill. So, guys, sit back and relax. And let's talk about Duke Nukem A Time to Kill. So the story is mainly about how pigs try to attempt to invade Earth, and how the pigs want to take over the world and such. Well, then Duke Nukem picks up his gun and shoots and kills the living shit out of them, and how Duke Nukem acts like a badass and as usual and kicks some ass, and how Duke Nukem, does a killing spree and acts badass and all. Yeah, that's the story for you guys there. Yeah, that's basically the best way I can summarize the story, because, yeah, I'm not kidding, that's basically the story here. I mean, that's kind of the story in all Duke Nukem games. But, overall, this is a sweet, I mean, we're not even at the gameplay yet, and this is pretty much a badass and sweet intro. This is a rock and roll badass intro, I have to admit. I mean, we're not even at the gameplay yet, and this looks pretty cool. No, I mean, I have to admit, this looks pretty fucking cool. Put your headlights on. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the story for you guys there. I mean, it's just about how Duke Nukem kicks some ass and acts like a badass. Yeah, but boy, this is a badass intro. Okay, so, okay. So let's start the gameplay. Okay, so now I'm at like, the gameplay stage of the game, I think. Okay, oh, and also, I forgot to mention, yeah, he goes through different portals for time travel. So there's like a time travel story in this game where he goes into time travel portals, and he goes into different like timing, like different timelines, like of the world, like, and goes into different stages about that. Yeah, that's all. That's kind of the new that's basically the new concept of this game. I mean, that's why it's called Time to Kill. Because get it? He travels through time and kills and kicks, I don't know, beats the living shit and punches pigs. Yeah, that's the story for you there, guys. That's about it for the story. I mean, no wonder it's called Time to Kill. I mean, that's why it's called, I can see why now it's called Time to Kill. Get it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so the gameplay. This kicks some fucking ass. Okay, the gameplay is pretty easy. It's like a platformer shooter, but within like a little first-person shooter. It's like a platformer stage game, but with a little first-person shooter as you select and play it too. As you select and play it, select and play it as a first-person shooter. And I have to admit, this gameplay is badass, but it's a little wonky. I don't know about you, but the way I, walk around in this game and how the camera follows me a little closely is a little awkward for me. I don't know about you guys, but, seriously, when you play, when I play this game, there's nothing wrong where the camera, follows you and stuff, but I feel like it follows me, it's a little too close to me in the way I turn. Well, the way I, walk, the way I turn around, it's a little wonky in my view. I don't know. But, yeah, it's alright. It's a little awkward and a little too forced when I kind of play the game. Because when I play the game, I feel like the camera is a little too forced. Because there's nothing wrong with the camera, follows you and all. But when it follows you too close or zooms into you, or, for example, when you turn around, every time we try to, move it, it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward how you turn around. It's just, you have to always, move your, you have to, move one of your controllers so the camera can follow you. That's the annoying part. There's moments where you have to, actually have to use your controller so the camera can move with you. That's the a little bit of annoying part. So you have to do all these things while you're doing this in the game. It's not that hard, but it's a little. This is just okay. Maybe this is just me. It's not that hard when you do it, but this is just some little nitpicky annoying thing I found in this game. Oh, and also what you do in this game is all you do in this game is just fucking shoot things and shoot pig enemy or monster creatures, or mostly pig enemies, and that's it. Really, that's all you do in the game. And also, when you do this zoom in, there's this thing where you can actually zoom in and shoot as a backup, as a first-person shooter. It's clunky at first, but it actually works. It actually works sometimes. For example, if you click the top buttons on the PS1 controller, that's your zoom in and shoot button. And it's actually really kind of clunky at first, but as you get used to it, it's actually really good. And really, all you do in this game, it acts like a first-person shooter, and and that's it. like all you do in this game, it's like a first-person shooter, but like in like a platforming stage style. All you do is just shoot and kill things. That's it. You just like try to like kill these fat chubby monster creatures and these pig. You just try to like I don't know kill these pig enemies and that's it. And go through obstacles and find things to open doors. I'm not kidding you, but that's all you do in this game. It's just an average PS1 game. And really, to come to think about it, yeah, that's all you do in this game. I'm not kidding you. That's about it for now, but, I mean, okay, so that's kind of all what you do in this game. It's really average, really normal. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, so that's kind of all what you do in this game. I mean, that's for the most part, that's kind of all you do in this game. That's kind of the most of the stuff you're kind of supposed to do in this game, really. Oh, and I must mention this again. Now, I know I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I gotta say this again. I mean, I gotta mention this important part again. But like the fact that you do actually zoom in. Your character zoom in some things, like first-person shooter zooming, as I like to call it. Like for example, like when you click like the two like top buttons of your controller, yeah, those two top buttons on your controller, it actually helps your player to like zoom in and shoot. It's like first-person shooter, but like it helps your character to zoom in. Like it helps your character to zoom in and shoot. And zooming in and shooting is a little it's okay really. Like it helps your character to zoom in and shoot, and actually when you do that, it's actually okay really. It's actually really interesting when you do it. I don't do much in the game because it doesn't help. Like only maybe even like when I'm firing in a distant. But nothing much there. Like when I zoom in and shoot, it's really okay. I mean, it's actually kind of okay when I do that stuff. But again, I mean, it can only work when I'm like, shooting at a distance or like shooting at like a range. I think that's kind of where it works, so that's why. I'm okay. I'm okay with that because I think that's kind of why it kind of mostly works with that really. And also, yeah, most you do with this game is just like find obstacles and more weapons, and find more puzzle pieces or find more weapons to like. It's like Dark Zero or GoldenEye 00764 really, as to think about it. Well, really, it's like Dark Zero and 00764 really, because it's like it's just your stereotypical PS1 game. You just walk around, you just walk around and you like shoot things and you find obstacles and find more puzzle pieces, and that's it. Like, well, I'm just comparing to this like 007 Dark. I'm just comparing to 007, GoldenEye 64 because it's actually really similar. Like you find more obstacles to unleash more puzzle pieces, to find more weapons, to find more, to open more doors, or find more levers or buttons to open more doors, to find more, to open more doors and go more, go in different areas, and just find more weapons and collect different weapons. That's really what this game is. It's really similar to that because, well, first of all, this is the PS1 during the 3. This game's during the 3D era of the PS1, and really, when I come to think about it, it's similar to Dark Zero and all those 3D shooter platform games. As I think about it, actually, funny coincidence, they're both made by Rare, huh? Well, this was like during the this was during the 3D era of PS. This is like a really early dated PS1 game during the 3D era of games. But they all did have similar like gaming style shooting. Like they had similar like first person shooting styles around that time. And really, come to think about it, they were made by the same company, Rare. But the point is, what I'm trying to say here, guys, what I'm trying to tell you guys is, it's really similar to those like platforming first person shooting games, like the graphic style of that is like what I'm saying, like the style of the gameplay. It's similar to the style of gameplay of those games because and that's basically the best. That's basically the best way I can like sum up the game. That's the best way I can sum up the whole game, the whole entire game itself, and the gameplay. And that's kind of what you do here. And basically, yeah, that's kind of the best way I can describe it. I mean, that's kind of what you do in this game. You just walk around, and I mean, that's kind of what this. I mean, this is kind of what this whole game is. You just walk around and go to different areas and shoot things. That's kind of all you do in this. I mean, that's kind of what you do in this game. You just walk it. You just go and walk in different areas. It's that simple. I mean, okay then. I mean, it's kind of challenging, but all you do is just go into different boring areas. Well, it's not that boring. I mean, it's not like, it's not like GoldenEye 64 where it's a little. Well, I'm not saying the game's boring, but I'm saying like where you go in the same areas. This game, you go in different areas. You go in different areas. It's not like GoldenEye 64. It's not like GoldenEye 64 where you go in different areas. And I mean, you don't go to like the exact same like world. You go to like different worlds. You go to different like area. It gives you a chance to explore more, and it actually gives you like a chance to actually like have a little more freedom of the game of like exploring and walking around, shooting, collecting different weapons. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what this game is, and I think that's the best. I think that's like I think that's the best summary I can describe. And really, yeah, that's kind of like what you do in this game. And it's actually really similar. And I mean the gameplay style. It's kind of really similar to that gameplay style as you think about it. Now, it is pretty cool how you like shoot things and kick some ass, but hey, it's Duke Nukem, for God's sake. What do you expect? I mean, seriously. I mean, hey, it's pretty cool how like you use the gadgets and like. You use all these awesome like weapons. That's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like all like the weapons you use, and you just like shoot at things and kick some ass. I mean, that's cool and all, and that's actually probably the like only cool part of the game that I pretty much enjoy. It's kind of I mean that's like the only awesome part I actually enjoy about like. In the game, but overall it's just okay at best. I mean you do like just like have to like go through obstacles to find like gadgets and more like gadgets and like vehicles and like find weapons. I mean it's like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle piece. You have to like go to different like obstacles or go to different areas. It's not everything's a first person shooter. You literally have to like go to different obstacles and find weapons. Like you can like actually gain and get weapons. You can like find hidden secret areas to find like special weapons, if you know what I'm saying. And not everything in this game is like a first person shooter when you think about it, because you have to like go through like different obstacles to like find pieces and puzzles or unlock doors, And sometimes you have to like swim there or actually like go inside different places to like. Go into different stages of the level, if you know what I'm saying. Go in different stages of the level, if you know what I'm saying. So, so you can, like, find stuff to unlock doors or, like, like, you have to, like, swim and go through different, like, go inside different places and go in different areas to, like, to go to the next stage of the level, to, like, go in the next stage of the level, as to think about it. And really, kind of all you do in the game, really. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all of what you do in the game, really. It's pretty good, really. It's okay and good. I mean, I'm not kidding you, like, it's okay. I mean, hey, look, the game's okay at best, but that's all what you do in the game. It's actually pretty good. I mean, that's kind of all what you do in the game. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good at best, let's just say that for now. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, kind of what you kind of do in this game, or, like, where you go to in this game is you basically travel through different worlds, basically, yes. I mean, you basically kind of have to, like, travel through, like, different worlds. There's, like, a time travel story. There's like a time travel story piece to this game, and for example, like you go to like the you go to like the Roman ages and like the Middle Ages, and there's even like a cowboy. There's even like a Western level, like a cowboy Western level in the game. There's even like a futuristic level, like you go in space in this game. Like, all that stuff. Like, and that's kind of like, that's kind of like the stages you go in this game. That's kind of the concept of this game, basically. And that's kind of like where you go in this game, basically. Now, Duke Nukem is known for his cheesy, corny one-liners. Now, there's a lot of moments in this game where Duke Nukem will say a lot of his own one-liners in this game constantly. But, I mean, that does not really annoy me. I mean, it might annoy, like other people, but trust me, that does not irritate me or anything. It doesn't, like, I mean, that doesn't, like, I don't find that obnoxious. It's not like it's gonna, like, fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, like, some gamers will find that kind of nerve-wracking, but, yeah, it's not like I'll find that nerve-wracking, if you know what I'm saying.
You want some of this?
Yeah, that's a good one, Duke.
I feel good.
Yeah, that's a really nice one, Duke.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Alright, I get it.
You'll make a great belt.
Stop talking, oh my god, Jesus Christ. You see what I mean? Overall, I like this game. I think it's pretty good. I mean, sure, he uses some cheesy, corny one-liners, and it's a cheesy game with a couple of his own one-liners, and he uses a lot of, I'm not kidding, he uses a lot of his own, like, pulp culture references. Yeah, and there's some pulp culture references in this game. It's not, like, literally in front of you, but it's hidden, let's just say. It's a dated PS1 game, what do you expect? And actually, I think it's a pretty nice and pretty good, like, first-person shooter, action, adventure PS1 game when you think about it. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it, really. And it's a game that's average at best, let's just say. But the only problem I have with this game is, but the worst thing about this game is the camera angle. Is the camera on this game. Now, don't get me wrong, I know I mentioned this earlier, I know I actually brought this up earlier, but, look, it's so important that I have to bring it up again because it's just so obnoxious and it's just really annoying. So here's the thing, like, every time I move, don't get me wrong, the camera moves, it's good, like, don't get me wrong, the cameras move, but every time I move, and it does follow me, it does follow me, but, like, every time when I turn around, it's a little it's a little annoying and weird when you do it. Like, just for example, like, every time I turn around, like, the camera does not follow you, and if it does not, you have to, like, make it fall. You have to, like, turn around, you have to use the controllers to turn around the camera to make it follow you. I don't know, it happens all the time when I do that. I don't know, it's just a little awkward when I do that. Like, I don't know, it's a little awkward when I do that. Like, the controllers are mediocre at best to me. They're good, don't get me wrong, I think the controllers are good as you get used to it, as you get better at it. Like, as you get better and the more you get used to it, But I really do think the controllers are kind of mediocre in my mind. So overall, let's just get this over with. I just want to get this over as quick as possible. So, like, near the end of the game, in the final stage of the game, you fight this, like, final boss battle thing, which is a robot, which is like a robot monster thing. It's like you fight, like, this giant, like, monster who's, like, the final boss battle of this game, I think. And it's pretty easy at first, and I have to admit, it's pretty challenging at first, really. Well, as you get used to it, a little later, it gets a little, it's pretty easy at first, but a little later, it gets a little challenging, I have to admit. Like, you have to, like, go around, go through obstacles, and go to different areas, and actually find different ways to, like, blast and shoot at him. You have to, like, shoot him above and top to, like, try to find different ways to, like, blast at him and all that stuff. Okay, so after you finally defeat and pass the final boss battle, which I think is like a giant robot monster thing, I don't know, and I think you probably, like, kind of, like, killed and exploded that giant robot monster thing. So after you finally defeat the final boss battle, Duke Nukem, like, goes back to his own timeline and fixes time and space, I guess. And then he, I don't know, I guess he, like, saves the world, I guess, and then he goes back home, and then just something weird happens. Then he just, like, looks at his own reflection, and then this is just where it gets weird, I don't know. So then he looks at a poster wearing, like, his sunglasses, wearing the exact same style he's wearing, I guess. I don't know, is that a symbol, a message? I don't know, I don't know what's going on. So then Duke Nukem rides his motorcycle back home and rides like a badass. And then there's like a cliffhanger, and you know what? I don't know. I don't even know what the hell is going on in this game. I don't even know what the hell is going on in this game at this point. I don't know. I don't know what's even going on. I don't know what the hell is even going on in this game at this point. Come to think about it, like, every ending of a Duke Nukem game is just weird. Every ending of, like, in all these Duke Nukem games is just weird. So, guys, that was Duke Nukem Time to Kill. I think it's pretty much, I think it's a pretty good game. It's a good game in my mind. Sure, it's kind of lacky and it has some flaws, but it still works in general. And sure, it's long and you go different areas, but it has some cool violence in it, and it's pretty entertaining for the most part. Overall, I think it's a decent game, but it's average for the most part. So guys, that was Duke Nukem Time to Kill. What do I think about it? And is it really, as good what people say it is? Well, here's what I think. I think it actually is a good game. I think it's just okay in general. I don't think it's the greatest game ever. I don't think it's even the greatest Duke Nukem game. I mean, I think it's one of the best, but I don't think it's like the #1, if you know what I'm saying. It's well, first of all, let's start with the controllers and gameplay. The gameplay is okay at best. I mean, you have to get used to the gameplay of the controllers. It's all a pain in the ass, don't get me wrong. The controllers and the camera are kind of bad in my opinion. You have to get used to them. It's a pain in the ass when you first play it. I think it's better as you get used to it and have more experience, if you know what I'm saying. But here's the thing. It is okay. I mean, it actually has a cool concept, but it's corny. It's corny. It's cheesy. It's Duke Nukem, for God's sake. It's Duke Nukem, for God's sake, because, well, that's just what Duke Nukem is. It has a cool concept, but, they make it kind of silly and corny, and they go all over the top with it, and it's cheesy. I mean, it's Duke Nukem, for God's sake. I mean, that's what it is. But here's the thing. I mean, do I recommend it? Yes, I recommend it, but only for Duke Nukem fans, because it's only good for a Duke Nukem game, not a game in general, because it's not really a great game in general, let's just say. That's why I would have it in the middle. I mean, I do think this game's just average at best. I just give this game a 5 out of 10. So, anyways, guys, without further ado, that's my thoughts on the game. That's kind of why I recommend on the game. So, overall, guys, I'm the Retro Critic, guys, and I'm out. And I'll see you guys later for another video. See you next time, guys.